What's up, fellow Sambarians? So recently I received in the mail some injectors for a Subaru Sambar Supercharged. But same deal, if you're EMPI, you will have these injectors in your Sambar. So I bought this machine here to start cleaning and testing injectors, just like I clean and rebuild carburetors. You can send me your injectors and I'll clean and test them. You cannot buy these injectors anymore in Japan from Subaru unless we can find a compatible injector, but they're NLA, no longer available. So I was like, you know what, we got to start cleaning and testing the ones that we have now, because we have no other options unless we buy used ones, of course. So with that being said, I'm going to start stocking more of the O-rings. So when you pull them out, you can put new O-rings on. And the insulators, which is the thick rubber insulator that goes in the fuel rail, so the injector sits in there snug. But yeah, I'm going to start carrying that stuff. So if you do decide you want to pull your injectors out, I'll have some parts to replace when you put it back in. Except for if you're a supercharged Sambar, there are no more intake manifold gaskets. Those are pretty much gone. The one at the engine, I believe, is no longer available. The little ones that go into the plenum, those are available, but not at the head. I don't think that's available, so you have to reuse that intake manifold. But if you have a just fuel-injected, non-aspirated Sambar like I do, those intake manifold gaskets are still around, thank goodness. So I'll do a video pulling mine out one day and testing my injectors, just so you can see the process. But basically you have to remove the intake manifold off, and then that will allow you to get to your fuel rail, and then you take your fuel rail off to get your injectors off. So anyways, I got these ones in the machine right here, so we'll do some flow tests, just kind of see how they squirt out of the injectors. I'm always curious how this stuff works, mainly why I bought this machine, just because I want to see how these injectors work. But it'll double as a good, opportunity to have you send your injectors to me and I can test them and all that fun stuff. I mean, might as well. I'm doing carburetors and stuff. So let's fire this machine up and see what we got going on. Okay, so injectors are installed. I am running seafoam as the testing agent, because it will also work as a cleaner while we run the test. Man, my fingers are long. I have the pressure set to about 45 psi. So let's do an idle test, speed test, and see how we look, just to make sure that we get equal flow out of all of the injectors. So I mean, they look like they're all squirting. So that's good. We'll let it run out of time. And let's check our fluid levels, and all the fluid levels look to be about the same. So let's do a high speed test. Actually, let's do a variable speed test. Actually, let's pause that, stop, empty this out. Okay, now let's see how it does with the variable speed test. So there's a pretty good shot of fuel out of all of them. So they seem to be working good. So let's see, fluid levels are literally all in line with each other. So I'm going to say these injectors are good. They're shooting all the same amount of fluid out. Yeah, let's do another one. Let's do high spray volume. let's see. So we let that run for almost 10 seconds. And our fluid levels are all the same. You can't judge by the marks on the tubes because it's not very highly accurate machine here. They're not sitting at the same level. So you just have to look at the level of the juice all the way across. And they're all even. So that's good. So now we'll throw these in the ultrasonic bath in the back, get them cleaned up a little bit, and see if anything changes after we clean them. Okay, so got these guys in their bath. Hopefully you can hear me. We'll let those clean for a little bit, and then we'll retest them. And of course, here are the patitos. Sunshine, patitas, little Indy, Snowflake, Snowman, Georgine, Georgina, Golden Guy, Sunshine. She's so pretty white. Hi, Sunshine. Oh, she made a weird noise. All right, let's check in on the fuel rail. Probably not going to hear me because it's going to get all ultrasonic-y. Dinner's ready. Little Indy, what are you doing? What are you doing, Patita? The lombrices is all out. Let's see. Oh, that's hot. Oh, man, that fuel rail's looking good. Just kind of clean up that a little bit there. But that's one clean looking fuel rail. So we'll send all these parts back nice and clean with some new O-rings and hopefully some clean, perfectly running injectors. They just always want to use me for the lombrices. That's all. You guys don't want anything other than the wormies, huh? Patitos. Yep, I don't have worms. They're out. Catch you later. Oh, little Indy. Hi, Patita. Oh. Sunshine. Sunshine. Hi, Patita. What are you doing? What are you doing, Patita? All right. Little injectors have been cleaned. They're looking pretty clean. So let's get these guys back up in here again and give them a second test to see how they are. And that fuel rail came out pretty good. Very nice. Not sure about these hoses here. They've cooked themselves onto this line there, so I'll have to pick those off. But yeah, let's get them back in this and give them another test. One last test. Cinch it down. Plug them in. Okay. Let's do a high-speed test. Let's see if anything changed. Here we go. All the sprays look, I mean, the sprays actually do look a little better than they did the first time around. So maybe that cleaning did help with that. Let's see. Let's stop it. All the fluid is lined up across. So I think they're doing a little better than they did before. Let's do an acceleration test. This one's kind of cool because it'll speed up. Yeah, it's like I can see the pulsing a lot more after it cleaned it than it did before. So maybe it did kind of open up the injectors a little bit. Or I could just be seeing things, either one. But I say they look a lot cleaner, and they're definitely doing what they're supposed to be doing. Nice. Yeah, everything we're straight across the board, so that's good. All right, I'd say we did a pretty good job. There you have it, the old injector tester cleaner. So I can't give you professional, accurate printout readings of flow rates and all that stuff, but I mean, really, at the end of the day, it's a Sambar. It's not a Ferrari. As long as we're producing the same amount of fluid in each tube as it's going, I'd say that's a win. But if you want professional stats and all that stuff, then obviously don't use me. But if you would just like to have your injectors tested and cleaned, go ahead and you can send them to me. You can contact me and I'll give you the information to do that. Just like the carburetors, those get sent to me and I clean them and send them out. I just want to try to offer another service since injectors are no longer available. We have to use what we've got. So cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. Check out okgarage.com. I'm going to have the O-rings and all that stuff up for the injectors here pretty soon. So if you want to do something like this, you will have O-rings and such to replace, because usually they go bad and you'll start seeing some buildup around the fuel rail at the injectors, and that's just fuel seeping. It's not leaking, but it could be seeping out and then collecting dirt. So it's just time to change the O-rings. Yeah, like, subscribe, all that cool stuff if you want. I really appreciate it, and all the support. You guys are awesome. Yeah, hopefully that was somewhat informative. Or if you just wanted to see injectors squirt in the machine, you got it. But yeah, let's see. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do for the next. I think pretty soon I'll pull the injectors out of my van, so I'll do a whole video on injector removal and installation, so you can kind of see the process. It's not that bad, really. It's not. But yeah, cool. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate it. I will see you all on the next one. And the patitos. See you later.